Hey you guys, thanks for joining me again. Okay, I noticed that on my other videos, I was just talking and rambling. I never even introduced myself for those of you that are new to my channel. I'm Iswa. so I wanted to make sure that I did that this time so you guys know I'm Iswa and yeah, that's about it. so you guys, I was coming down here to record, and I wanted to talk about this because I feel like this is really, really important. And I'm reminded of a lot of the things that I've already gone through and overcome when I talk to certain people and go certain places and just have these conversations. And I'm really listening and hearing what people are saying. And I'm finding that I'm visiting, or I'm seeing my own reflection in other people, at least what I was going through and stuff like that at that particular, at that time in my life. So before I go into how do you start loving yourself again, I want to tell you guys something. And this is something that's in my book. Those of you that that know about that, it's coming out soon, but there was a day when my life changed and shifted. And it's not even just one day, but this day in particular I'm talking about. Okay, I got out the shower, you guys. First of all, I went in the shower to cry, to, just like release, cry, scream, whatever. I was going through so much. I wasn't sure if I was going to be here or not. I was just felt like I was losing everything and everyone so quickly. And I was just going through a lot. And so I got out the shower and I looked at myself in the mirror naked, and I was just like, I really couldn't find one good thing to say. And tears just started rolling down. I started crying, and I looked at myself and said, you know what? I'm going to love you again. And this was a few years ago. And I told myself I was going to love you again. And after that moment, it's like I went on this journey of self-love. How do I love myself again? I went on YouTube. I watched a video like the steps to loving yourself. How do I love myself? What do I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I thought I loved myself, but I was my worst critic. I was always talking, like, oh, let me try to say this about myself and laugh about it before somebody else does. You know how many of us do that, right? So I was going through that, and I was like, how do I get to this point? I started watching videos about loving yourself, different things like that. And it was like I would hear what they're saying, and it was helpful, but it only went so far. And it was like, first of all, what is love? And have I ever felt this love energy, this feeling? And it was making sense, because it was like people would say I love you all the time, and I would just not really believe it. And in fact, I stopped saying I love you to people so much because I felt like everybody just used it so loosely. And it was like, oh, I love you. Oh, I love you too. Da, da. And I was just like, no, do you really love me? Like, really? And I would ask that question. It would be in the back of my mind all the time. So guys, I went on this self-love journey, and I started to look things up. I started to do different things. And the biggest thing I did was start spending time with myself. So I started to wake up a little bit earlier than the kids woke up, because I was like, okay, listen, like, I don't even know if I know how to love myself. I didn't even know I didn't love myself. I just know that I'm very negative. At that time, I was very negative about the way I looked, about the way other people viewed me. It didn't seem that positive. And I know what type of person that I am. And so I was just like, man, like, why does these different things keep happening to me? And why am I around people that I don't feel like value me or use me? And so I kind of went in isolation, and I decided that I was going to start to spend more time with myself. And so I started being like, how do I do that? What does that look like? Well, In order for me to do that, I got to wake up before the kids wake up, because as soon as they wake up at this time, it's going to be this. So I started waking up a little bit earlier. I started going to bed a little bit later and just using that time for me to just like write, because I'm a writer, for me to take my shower, for me to just get up earlier and just breathe. And I never was a tea drinker before, but you know, I was doing this thing for my body, this detox, and it required this tea. And I took this tea and I loved it. And then I started drinking tea. So I would wake up early and I would just start drinking tea. So that's pretty much how that happened. And I became a tea drinker, you guys. So still love tea till today. So anyway, I started doing those things, waking up early, going to bed later, writing, journaling, watching videos, trying to watch videos that inspired me, to not just other people's lives. So what I mean by that is I was like really obsessed with just like other people's lives, like whether it was celebrities that I was into or whatever, and just like scrolling, watching their lives, what they're doing. And I noticed how much time I was wasting watching other people grow. And I was upset because, see, I was stuck in feeling less than, not enough, lacked confidence, lacked trust. I was in a place where I was really starting over. And when I start seeing other people grow, even people I knew, and then other like celebrities and wealthy people and different things like that, and I was just like, man, like I'm wasting so much time watching, and I need to be doing this and focusing on myself. So I took myself out of the situation of just being a scroller and just being concentrating on other people's lives. I know at one point in my life, I deleted the app. You know, I didn't close my account, but I deleted the app for a certain period of time and then went back to it. But taking that time to just have to refresh, you know, myself. I know along this journey of loving myself again, I did a lot of things. I went through my phone and I deleted a lot of things off my phone, a lot of numbers. I went through my social media, deleted a lot of people. I really was just trying to really watch what I was who I was surrounding myself around, what I was listening to, what I was doing. Why was I feeling so less than? What was I comparing myself to? And why did I feel the need to compare myself? What were people saying about me, and identifying who I was, and why did I believe what they said more than what I say? So I was going through a lot, you guys, and I'm just sharing this because I know that if you're watching this, you could be going through that too. You could be past that point and have had similar situations, or you could be at that point where you're asking yourself, how do I even start loving myself? I've been abused, I've been hurt, I've been mistreated. You know, I lack trust, I don't have a lot of confidence. I feel like there's nobody there for me. I feel like, you know, like giving up. You know, I feel like things just keep going wrong. I don't know where to start. Where do I begin? So along my journey, as I started, you know, doing these different things, I got into meditation and I started meditating. And that was the biggest thing. I had a meditation experience, you guys. Okay, so the first time, well, one of the first few times I meditated, I had an experience where I started seeing the color purple. The color purple, not the movie, guys. But I started seeing the color purple. And then I was like, oh my gosh, you know. And I started, as I was meditating and spending time to myself, I really took it serious. So there were times where I would just like close the door, lock the door, nobody could bother me, and I would just meditate. And so I think that I started finding things that I could do with myself, just by myself. And as I started doing that, I started developing this routine and just picking up different things, you know, along the way that worked for me. And it helped me to learn who I was and to really know and not go off of what people who my family members, friends, whoever it is, say that I was, right? So for you, if that's you, if you are like, you know what, how do I begin this journey of self-love? How do I start loving myself again? You know, and you're asking yourself similar questions like that. The first thing to do, and it starts with this, you guys, spend time with yourself. maybe you're not going to do the same things I do. Maybe you won't start with meditating or doing a something, waking up earlier to spend time with yourself if you find it hard to do that during the day. Whatever it might be, guys, spend time with yourself more so you can learn more about yourself. Like, that was the biggest thing. I felt like I knew me, but it was just a whole different me over here that I was suppressing, that I was moving away from because of a lot, comparing myself to other people and what other people were saying. You know, so it was just a lot, guys, but I made it through, and I'm so excited about that. That's why I'm excited to like share these experiences, these stories. I'm a storyteller, guys. Yeah. To share these stories with you guys, because I know how important it is to start that journey of self-love. But not many people express to you how to do that. Not many people tell you that the simplest thing is just the simplest thing. Start spending time with yourself. Before you create a routine, like a routine, before you start doing anything else, just take time to spend with yourself every day. Doing something. I used to set alarms on my phone. So like when the alarm went off, that was the time that I might just stop whatever I'm doing for like 5 minutes and just like say like 5 or 10 things that I'm thankful for. Or I used to have a saying that I would say every time, and then my family started saying it too. So it started with that too. So I just started picking up on different things and really immersing myself into what it is that I was desiring to be, more confident, more trusting. You know, I wanted to feel good about my body. I wanted to feel good about just everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to be so confident that if somebody came to me and said something to me about myself, I would be strong enough to say, nope, that's not me. I'm sorry, you got the wrong person. Nope. So it's helped me to not care as much about what people think. And that's something that I'm still working out. I'm like, guys, I'm almost 100% there. Like I'm in the 90s, okay? But I think it's just because of my heart for people. Like sometimes I care, you know what I'm saying? But I'm almost there. And I know that this self-love journey has really, really helped me. And if you're on that journey right now, just keep going. If you're starting your journey or need to, please start it, because self-love is the biggest, it's the most important thing. Loving yourself is the most important thing, because a lot of times we get so upset either in our relationships, different type of relationships, because we don't feel loved and we don't feel like people care about us, and we don't feel that. But it's like, hey, you know, a lot of times it just starts with us. It starts with us filling our cup first. It starts with us loving ourselves first, giving to ourselves first, whatever it is that we're desiring from others, giving it to us first, yourself first. And then everything else just follows. Everything else, it starts to work. And be patient in the process. You know, you might look at somebody else and say, I want to have confidence like that to wear whatever I want to wear, not worry about how how my body is and stuff like that. And it's like, you will get there, because what happens is, along this journey, you'll stop caring what other people think. You'll wear whatever you want to wear. You'll do whatever you want to do. You guys, I literally was one of the biggest I've ever been during this self-love journey after having my daughter. And let me tell you, I didn't wait till I lost the weight. Oh, wait. Oh, that was good. Hold on, wait. I like that. I didn't wait till I lost the weight. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all, I have to make that into something. Maybe I'll make it a t-shirt. But I didn't wait till I lost the weight. I started this journey. I started writing these affirmations before it even became, like, this was many years ago. And I started being like, what is it that I need to hear and say to myself? I am loved. Yeah, I am enough. I am free. And at the time, the people that I were around when I was making this, they didn't feel that way. So, of course, I started this whole affirmation line, like in 2000 and I don't even know, 19 or 20. And I started this affirmation line. I am enough. I'm strong. I'm confident. I am love. You know, so all these things, because those were things that I needed to hear. So I started saying, well, you know what? If I need to hear, I'm going to dress like it so I can see it all the time. I'm going to write it on sticky notes in my mirror so I can see it all the time. I'm going to be watching videos and listening to morning affirmations and different stuff so I can hear it and see it all the time. So I started figuring out ways to make sure that it was in my surroundings all the time. And it worked. I loved it. So one day, my hair was looking crazy, and I'm not that type of person. It was looking crazy. I was dressed a certain type of way, and I went outside and I said, you know what? I'm going to walk the street, and I love the rain. I'm like, I'm going to dance in the rain. I'm going to strut in the rain. I'm going to strut these streets in the rain. I don't know, guys. I'm just a nature person. And I was just like, I'm gonna do it. So I called my husband. I'm like, I need you to record me because I'm about to do something here. And I went outside and it stopped raining. And I was like, what? So I said, all right, I'm gonna go back in for a minute because I need the rain effect. I want the rain to just be coming down so I can have a dramatic effect as I'm walking down the street, you know, because I didn't want people, I wanted them to be like, oh, she recording for a music video. So, you know, I want to be one of those people, right? So I'm like, I go in the house and then it starts raining again. So I go outside. I'm like, all right, by the time we make it outside again, it stops raining. I'm like, serious? So I come in the house and I'm like, listen. All right, guys, my memory. Okay, let me just say that. Okay, so I'm back. All right, so anyway, I was like, rain. Like, I need you to rain. Like, seriously. Like, I'm trying to have this effect on my video. And, like, I'm determined to do this. You know what I'm saying? I want that to happen. Next thing I know, it starts raining hard, y'all. And I go outside and I'm like so excited, like, oh my gosh, it worked. I'm thinking I got all type of magical powers now. I done found myself. I done found my magical powers. I'm like, this is great. So then I'm like going outside and I'm walking in the middle of the street, you guys, in the middle of the street, you know, my neighborhood street, right? I'm walking down the street and I'm just walking and doing my thing. And I put my arms out like this. Well, can you see me? Like this. And I looked up and I just closed my eyes and I just start twirling around in the rain. Guys, if you have not tried that, please try it. Try it, whether it's raining or not, but really in the rain, y'all. Oh my gosh, please try it, okay? Try it and then comment and let me know how you felt. Because for me, it felt so freeing. It felt like I was just... I can't even really describe it in words. You do it. You do it and see how you feel. But it felt so amazing. I felt so free. I didn't care who was watching. My husband was like, well, you know, people are going to be looking at you. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. This is my story. I am free. And that was one of the shirt that I was actually wearing was I am free. And it was a shirt I made. And I was like, look, I'm free. I took my hair up, my ponytail, my hair was looking all crazy, and I put my arms out. And so now that's like one of my things. I do that quite often, put my arms out and lift my head up to the sky and close my eyes. I might twirl around, or I just let the rain just fall on me, let the sun just shine on me, whatever it might be. I really love that. I feel like it's a sign of like me surrendering to all that is. So it felt so amazing. I felt free. I felt great. And so after that, I started to, I rarely wear makeup. And so after that, I just started doing small things, painting my nails, wearing makeup. I didn't wear it all the time, but I would just wear it sometimes. And I started just doing different things. And then as I evolved from there later on, like throughout the years, I started wearing different things. And even if I wasn't leaving the house, I would wear something really nice, you know what I'm saying, like around the house, a dress or something, you know. So I started releasing the excuses that I was having to to dress a certain way, because I would be like, oh, well, I'm not really leaving the house, so I'm not gonna wear this. So that'll be a waste because like I'm not really going anywhere today. And I stopped doing that. I started taking my herbal baths, you guys. And if you don't know about herbal baths, oh my gosh, leave it in the comments below, because that is one of the best things you can do for your body, on your self-love journey, your self-care journey. It is that thing that you should be doing if you're not already. Yeah. So, and I can give you some herbs that you can use too. So that'd be cool. And if you don't have herbs, I have something else you can do too. So just let me know if you're interested in that. But anyway, so I started doing my my herbal baths, essential oils in the bath, and also just having this oil all over my body. That's something that I absolutely love. And so I just started finding different things. And then I just started, really spending money on myself, because before it would just be my kids or other people that I would want to just gift and buy things for and do different stuff. And so I started to prioritize myself. So after all this, guys, where I am right now is the best place I've ever been. And if it's not like that for you now, it's gonna be like that too. You have to just start with just spending time with yourself and just not caring what anybody says or what anybody thinks. Like, you have to make yourself the priority. And I know as a mom, it's hard to do that, because people make you feel guilty. And other things, you might just feel guilty on your own for spending money on yourself, taking yourself out somewhere, spending time by yourself. But it's needed. It's needed. It's not even an option. You need to do it. And loving yourself. If you want to have relationships with anybody, a good relationship with your children, a relationship with a spouse, a relationship with your family, with your friends, with anyone, you have to have a relationship with yourself first. And you cannot have a relationship with yourself if you don't know yourself. How do you know yourself? All right, guys, I think my phone is tired, so I'm going to end it here. If you are looking for love in all the wrong places, start with yourself. Start by spending time with yourself so you can know yourself. You can start loving yourself. All right? You guys have a great rest of your day. And remember, you are magic. So be magical and spread love. Peace.